Hello, everybody. It is 5:45 here in Southern California. I got my stereo or my my confidence feed on. Sorry about that. For those of you new to the channel, first off, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. What we're doing here is we're basically rebroadcasting 2 meter sideband 144.250. Mostly because most of the guys, they can listen to themselves, come back, see how the radio sounds, and also, to kind of promote 2 meter sideband. So once again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button somewhere down below this way. Friday nights, don't know how it's going to be tonight. The last couple nights have been kind of busy, so hopefully we can get a nice group of people in here and have some great conversation. And maybe even have another guest in tonight. So we'll see how that works out. Anyways, let's get back to the stream. If you're wondering where I'm looking at this beautiful blue sky that's, I'm looking to the north. I could see a little bit of Sunset Ridge. So let's get to some radio.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf monitoring 144.250 from the beautiful city of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino airport.
Generally, this time of night, it's a little quiet. Actually, it's still the afternoon. A lot of people are eating dinner or just hanging out, especially on a beautiful night like this. That's why I brought it up.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf monitoring 144.250 from the city of Chino, and I'm 2 miles north of the Chino airport.
I didn't think anybody was going to be on. This is a little early to be on, but I figure I'd give it a shot. I might just leave it streaming and walk away. Maybe turn on some TV for a little bit and then come back, but we'll see. See if anybody pops on. You know what? I'm going to slide over to 146.520 if anybody's on.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf monitoring 146.520, city of Chino.
Wow. I figured somebody would be in their car driving home monitoring this and all this traffic and stuff, but I guess not. I'm going to try 2 meter sideband call. a listen for a second, see if anybody's out there. Got a bunch of noise tonight, although I do have my preamp on.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring 14420 from the city of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino airport.
See, on days like this, I wish I had my general license. I could probably pop onto 20 meters or something like that, or 80 meters or something like that. More variety. I'm not talking repeaters much, so try one more call here.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring 144.200 from the city of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino airport. Anybody on frequency by chance?
That's unfortunate. And there's nobody on here tonight. What the heck? All right, so I'm going to go back to my normal 144.250. See if anybody's out there yet. Take that preamp on since I'm not really trying to DX here.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring 144.250 from the city of Chino.
Rough crowd this afternoon. Oh well. Figure I'll give her a shot. So if there's there's somebody I was talking to on Facebook here. Greg Wally. I think he's in Southern California. If you're listening, watching, jump in the chat there. Maybe I can meet you on 520 or a repeater or some sort. Anybody watching the stream tonight, feel free to jump in the chat. Or actually, there's only 2 more minutes of this afternoon on this beautiful Friday afternoon. So jump in and say hi in the chat. Wondering who's out there listening here. I had a rough crowd today. I don't have anybody listening on 2 meter tonight or today. Actually, it is tonight, 6 o'clock. And nobody's talking in the chat. What the heck's going on here? I'm going to try 5.2. I'm going to try one more call on here. See if anybody's here, and then I'm going to go over to 5.2. And I can't get my chair straight today.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring 144250. City of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino Airport. Anybody out on frequency by chance?
I'm going to go back to 520, see if anybody, if I can raise anybody on there. Probably should have waited a minute before I started transmitting.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring 146520 from the beautiful city of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino Airport. Greg K6EGG is going to QSY to 144250. If anybody out there is listening.
D3, cross on West 28th Street.
For those of you who heard that in the background, I accidentally keyed when I was listening to fire dispatch here in my local area. I'm listening to Confire, San Bernardino County. It's a digital system, P25. Their dispatch tag is 3489. And it sounds like they've gone to a computer dispatch. No real humans anymore, I guess, are dispatching, which is unfortunate. By the way, this is why I normally don't come on this early. I know somebody's listening there or watching. I got one current viewer there. I'm wondering who it is.
W6WWD. Hello, test W6WWD. W6WWD testing. Hello, test 1 2 1 2 1 2, testing audio W6WWD.
put the boost back on. And I heard you click there when you first came on. So what if you just turned up the mic from 40 to 50 to set the boost off? What would that do?
kilowatts, 6 Echo Golf, excuse me. Monitoring 144-250 from the beautiful city of Chino. It's a real tough crowd here tonight.
How you doing, Greg? W6WWD.
Hey, Ward, good evening. I thought I heard you in there a little bit ago. I was putting up some acoustic panels in my office here. So it's nice to hear you.
Yeah, you as well. Thanks for coming out, and nice to hear you as well. I just was doing a little testing earlier, playing with some audio settings, so how's your day?
Pretty good. Today is my Sunday. I go back to work tomorrow for a couple days, and I have 4 days off as of now next week, so other than that, it was excellent.
Oh, roger that. Real good. Well, too bad you got to go back to work, but we all have to do sometime. How's the acoustics working for you?
Good. I just noticed that they're not exactly cut perfectly square. But I have a, what's it called? A mirrored closet. And it's got a bunch of, basically it's just making my room echo, so I'm trying to deaden that a little bit. I had a packing blanket kind of over it, which helped out a ton, but it looked a little tacky, and it was in my background on my video, so I'm changing over to the little acoustic 12x12 panels, and they seem to look a little bit better.
Oh, roger that. Well, good deal. Well, I hope they work out. I'm trying to listen to my voice on your stream here, and it sounds a little gargly, I think, or it doesn't sound too good.
Give me a 5 count.
Oh, already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That should be a little better. I was a little bit off.
Okay, well, I was playing with it a little bit through a dummy load today, listening through headphones, hoping it was going to improve, but it always sounds a little different. I'm trying to listen to it as I'm speaking. Go ahead.
Oh, you're going to give yourself a headache and feel nauseous if you keep doing that.
Yeah, I already feel one coming on. Well, that's good. Well, I'll replay it later, but it seems a little cleaner on my scope. Yeah, and I'm listening to it, so try not to get that headache you just mentioned, but it doesn't sound as deep or as muffled.
You sound pretty good. I don't have you dialed in 100%, but you definitely sound really good here, loud.
Oh, yeah, your audio is always great. Well, thanks. Yeah, I was just, I lowered down my bass and the treble, and anyway, even my compression, I think I went down 1, so I was just trying to see what I could squeeze out of it, if anything.
Feel free to mess with it. Add a little more compression and see if you notice a difference there.
Okay, well, real good. Left everything the same. Bumped the compression up too, so it's hotter than it ever has. This is 8.
A little bit raspy sounding, but you're still cutting through pretty good.
Okay, well, this is back down to number 7. This is what it's been in the past, mic gain 70 and compression 7. So maybe this a little better?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, well, I'll just leave it alone. Always looking for that, nugget at the end of the rainbow, but hoping to, with the stock mic and just use the settings on the radio without, venturing into an outside board and everything.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the outside board. Since I fixed my RFI problems, I put a couple chokes on. I don't know if you're watching the stream. You see one on the back of my microphone here, at least where it connects to the cable. I tried plugging my soundboard in directly in, so I can use my preamp and everything like that. Because right now I have the microphone I'm talking into through a splitter. One goes to the radio, and the other one goes to the mixer. But I wanted to use my outside processing before I hit the radio, and I got a large amount of hum. I cannot get rid of it for some reason. I've tried ground lifting, transformers, all kinds of stuff, and it still didn't do the trick.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. Is that something new? I mean, I know you put the chokes on. That's new. I'm a big fan of chokes. I've had chokes on my XLR and every cord in my house multiple times, it seems like. When the hum started kicking in, because has that something been around for a while?
When I have the splitter in line feeding the microphone directly out of the splitter to the radio, it's perfectly clean. I decided, since I put the chokes on, I thought my audio would be cleaner, so I can plug my mixer in directly and use the outside processing. Once I added that in the mix and unplugged the splitter out of line, it was just massive hum, and anything I did just didn't do anything. And it doesn't sound like a choke thing, but it sounds more like a electronic like 60 cycle or something.
Oh, interesting. Now the microphone does it need some type of excitement or some type of voltage?
The microphone doesn't, but it's going through some stuff right now to give me 48 volts. You can probably hear my daughter in the background there. I have a preamp on the back of the microphone. I don't know if you could see online here. Choo-choo. And I need 48 volts for that. That's why I'm running a splitter on it right now. That's one that feeds my mixer and one that feeds my regular preamp that feeds a 48 volts.
Oh, roger that. Take care of the young one. They're only young once, so enjoy them. That's cute. Well, it sounds good, but yeah, the hum, if it's more electronic, maybe you need to, is it getting, I don't know, I'm just grasping for straws. Is it getting overdriven by any way, or maybe a little too much, audio feed in? I don't know. You're the audio guy.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty good at figuring that stuff out, but I didn't really mess with it too much. Can't seem to figure it out right now, but I'm going to be right back here in a few minutes. I'm going to say goodnight to my daughter. Yeah, I don't know if you heard her in the background there or not.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, good. Enjoy them. Boy, they're young. Wow. Yeah, no worries at all. I'll be hanging around 73. I'll be here, Greg. W6WWD.
And third-party traffic. Say hi, Ward.
Hi, Ward.
Hello there. You have a good evening. Good night.
All right, I'll be back.
K6EGG, checking in. Hey, Greg is in.
Greg is going to go put his daughter to bed.
Is he talking on his computer?
No, I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I think he was just through his sound system.
And you sounded different to me. Did he sound the same to you?
Well, you sound off to me. I'm at the same frequency as Greg, but you sound a little, I don't know if it'd be high or low. I'm not sure, but I think it's more high.
How's that? Does that sound better?
Yeah, that was, you were a little pitchy, I guess is the word.
Okay, maybe that was the problem. Maybe I was just off.
Yeah, because him and I were talking just briefly, just about 3 or 4 minutes worth, and then, like I said, he's going to go to his daughter, I think his daughter to bed, but yeah, when you came on, you sounded a little on the higher tone, I guess.
Wait, do I sound like I'm on now?
Yeah, you're close. I'm not going to adjust mine. I'm going to leave mine at 250.05, but yeah, you're close. You're definitely, understandable. Just, the other one was a little bit on the higher side.
Has he got the, does he have his live feed going? Because maybe I could go in there and see how I sound.
Yeah, he's got a stream going.
All right, let me hook up my computer then. Give me a second. How you doing, Ward?
Hey, doing okay. Just, glad it's Friday, and was monkeying around with a few adjustments on my audio, and other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, I'm really glad it's Friday. I had my last class today, so that's a great feeling. I still have one more week of school, but the last week is just closing up shop, you know what I mean?
Well, good for you. I hope you're doing well then. Light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, yeah. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done. I mean, like I said, next week is like totally chill. I just gotta like close shop, you know. So last week we have music specialist, which is entitled PE and science specialist. And the last week at school we don't teach because, you know, the teachers teach, you know, the regular teachers teach because we're at more than one site and we have more than one classroom and all that stuff. So we have to like, you know, get everything ready for the summer where the crews can come in the summer and shampoo carpets and, you know, just all that kind of stuff. So they give us the last week off to do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, next week's gonna be chill.
Oh, really? That's excellent. Well, good. Yeah, well, that's good. Well, I'm glad you're looking at the fun side of it coming around the corner. Well, go ahead and get set up. I'll be here.
All right, yeah, give me a couple of things. I'll hook up my computer.
All right. Don, is that you, W6DUO? Well, you're not real loud. You're actually kind of a little weak. What are you on, Don? Are you on the laptop? Oh, you sound good. Yeah, you're not real punchy. You're not real punchy. You were a little stronger prior to us departing the last time, but it sounds good. Have you been successful without a clipping? Well, yeah, Don, it sounds good. It sounds good, and yeah, without the clipping, so now it's just a matter of, you know, fine tuning it. But if it seems to be working, you know, the last time I think maybe you were a little closer, or maybe you were speaking a little louder, but it was strong. You know, it was up over 10, 10 over 9. Yeah, good job. Yeah, well, you know, lots of trial and error, but you know, two heads are better than one, they say, right? Oh, I don't have a whole lot to say myself, but real good, Don. Good hearing from you. I'm glad it's working for you. 73, and I'll be here myself, W6WWD.
Rig?
Go ahead, Rig.
Yeah, this is 6JJI. I got my radio back, and this is 100 water. And but I got to hold an accept switch or a check switch in order to hear you guys. I don't know why. Over.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, good to hear you, Alex. Yeah, it's good, strong signal. The audio's good. And what do you have in the hold? You have to hold the switch?
Yeah, it's called a check switch. I don't know what's going on up front, but check switch. So, it seems like deja vu.
Oh boy, one thing leads to another. One's fixed and there's something else. Wow. Well, you know, it worked, but what an inconvenience, I guess, right?
Well, yeah, it's an inconvenience for sure. So I'm gonna have to, what do you call it, right? I don't know, maybe there's some kind of setting I don't know about. I haven't used this radio in 10 years. There's a lot of menus. M6ABI.
Okay, Alex, good hearing from you. And, yeah, hopefully he can tell you push this, push that, be done, huh? Okay, well, like I said, I'm just going to be here myself, just kind of listening. So, good talking to you, and hope you're doing well. W6WWD.
Adios.
All right, this is WA6 doing a test. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Your test went well.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. WA6 doing a test. Still trying to dial in the frequency that Greg's on. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Okay, that sounds the best to me on his live stream. Do I sound okay to you?
Paul, in your ear, you sounded better 2 steps ago, two adjustments ago to me, but that doesn't mean much, but you sound a little higher pitched now, but it could be just my ears.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm listening to his live stream here, what it might sound like on his live stream to try to tune myself in.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. It's just, whatever you sound to me is no big deal, but yeah, if that's what I haven't tried that myself, but go ahead.
I mean, I know it doesn't matter, but I'm off 10 kcs from what he is.
You're down or up?
Down.
Okay, yeah, well, and I don't know, Greg would know more, is there any type of different delay, or does it decompress, the audio? I'm not sure.
He's in about 5 kcs different from Greg, but right now we're 10, but whatever, it doesn't matter. That's what sideband's all about.
Yeah, no, I don't think, he just changed it to 250, so now you're off again.
Hey, Greg.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
I'm just trying to dial into you, but then you switched it again on me.
Yeah, I was in the other room. I heard it. So I decided it sounded a little high.
I'm just trying to tune to you. I was like listening to your live stream to try to tune to you.
Remember, don't pay attention to the numbers.
No, I know. I'm listening to the voices.
Yeah, both you guys are off for me, so I kind of split the difference.
Do I sound like I'm better in tune to you now or no?
Oh, yeah, you sound great now.
Okay, well, guess what? We're exactly 5 kcs. I found that you and I are 5 kcs apart when we're tuned in, and that's where we're at now. Before it was like 10, so good.
Yeah, you sound good. Your audio sounds a lot better now, dude. That microphone made a difference. I'm glad you did that.
I am too, but I appreciate the insight and help that you did when we did the tweakings and stuff like that.
No problem. Now it's time to get a big boy microphone.
I think I'd rather spend the money on a radio.
I totally understand.
By the way, I'm going strictly with your live feed right now, so if I'm delayed, that's the reason.
Copy. Are you running power right now?
I am. I'm running pretty much full power. And your delay is very short tonight, it seems like.
I don't understand why sometimes it's in a little bit better, meaning the delay is less, and sometimes it's not. Because I have it set to ultra low latency.
Okay. I got a question for you and Ward.
Go ahead first, Ward.
Across the street. Go ahead, Ward.
I didn't ask the question. What was the question? I thought I was listening. Go ahead.
I thought I doubled. That's why I backed off. Okay, my neighbor came over just now because he wanted my advice in regards to antennas.
he's the guy that I'm trying to get him to get a hands license. He's a full buyer. I said, you need to get a hands license. But what he did, instead he got this commercial license thing that he had to pay money for, and he's got this commercial radio now. And he's asked me some questions about, the antenna and all this kind of stuff.
I'm sorry, I have a lot of people talking to my room here. So he has a commercial license, and he's going to get his ham license. And what kind of antenna does he want? Does he want a 2-meter 440, or is he looking for an HF?
Well, he got this package deal. It's a Midland radio. It came with the antenna, the mount, and all that kind of stuff. So he's got it mounted, but he was hitting me up with some questions about, hooking it up and all that stuff.
A CB radio?
It's not CB. It's some form of commercial that you pay a license for. But he's working on FM around 250 megahertz.
Okay, all right. So, yeah. Well, what's his question? I mean, about hooking it up, or I don't get what he's asking you.
Well, I wasn't even familiar with what he was using, but the question was, he's got to cut off the PL259 so he can run the cable, to his car, and then he's wanting to put, a new fitting back on. He was asking me the question about that. He had cheesy 58 coax.
Oh, okay.
So my question is, sorry for the long drawn out question.
Change that out to, LMR.
Oh, this is brutal.
Or something if he's got room, but he can take that, if he chops off that fitting, he can go and, he'll have to solder another one on or crimp another one on.
Okay, that's basically my question. He can just get a soldering style 250 PL259, right, at HRO?
Yeah, just tell him what he needs. If he needs a 259, just make sure he tells him what coax is. He'll give it to him. He's just got to cut it, or strip it and do all that. If he's never done it, tell him to buy a couple extra, because he'll probably, he might mess one up or two before he gets it right,
Buy a couple extra what, Ward?
The PL259 connectors. I mean, if he's never done it, Keith, then maybe he's best to take, find somebody who could do it for him, because you got to cut them correctly, strip them, and if you don't get that thing done right, then it's not gonna perform.
Okay, so you can actually destroy the PL259 connector if you're not doing it right.
Well, the connector's pretty bulletproof, but it's once you solder in, the tip, and then when you ground it to the shielding, when you solder in through the holes, if you don't do that correctly, or if you haven't stripped the coax shielding correctly and prepped it correctly, it may not come out, and then you're gonna have a short, and then he's gonna have to cut it and redo it again, and it can be frustrating.
I see, so you needed to start from scratch with a new PL259, right?
Yeah, if he's going to cut it, yes, and I'd say instead of making multiple trips to HRO, tell him to buy 2 or 3 of them, and then if he doesn't use the extras, take them back. But he's got to get a stripper. He's got to and make sure that it's done stripped correctly. The shielding's where it needs to go. The dielectric's peeled off, and then slip that 259 and solder it up and everything. So it's the first few are a little challenging.
Okay. Sorry for the elaborate question and everything. Back to you guys.
No,
but thanks for your advice.
I hope I didn't sound like. No, it's not elaborate. It's just it could be a little frustrating if he's never done 259s before, and everybody's first couple 59s are a little tongue biters,
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Greg. Back to you. Sorry. What are you sorry about? I heard you say this is brutal.
something that made you mad? Because all I'm telling you is the real deal on the 259s are not, the first couple are a pain in the rear.
The reason why I said that is all the answers were delayed, and you guys were talking over each other half the time.
Yeah, but they're cheap enough, right?
Well, yeah. Each row, they're probably $250 a piece or something. The silver ones, yeah. You can pick up a couple, 3 or 4 of them for under $10, as long as he has a soldering gun, and maybe pick up if he's going to do it continuously, yeah. But I'm just saying, tell him to grab a couple extra because if he gets the first one wrong, he's going to have to cut and redo. That's all I was trying to tell you.
Comment.
There's an expert.
KN6 West. Anyway, Keith, what did Ward say about the 259s? What did he say about them? Hello, Keith. What happened to Keith?
Fred, all I said was the gentleman
All sorts of stuff. Why?
He has to cut his coax and needs to resolder on 259. I just told Keith,
am I not working anymore?
A couple extra fittings because if he's never done it before, or
is my mic not working?
It's better to have a couple spares, and if he doesn't use them, take them back to HRO.
Right. But you said another fun word that I caught: silver connectors. I want Keith if he caught that. Silver connectors.
That's what I said, I thought.
Yeah, you did. I just wonder if Keith caught that. Anyway, I'm trying to get on Greg there. I have a hard time. I can never find him live. I got to play around with it. What do I got to do?
Just look up my call sign, K6EGG Live, or if you have an account, subscribe. As soon as you turn on YouTube, you should be able to find me right away. I don't think I've had anybody else had any issues. By the way, Keith, the reason why I said brutal is you guys were like talking over each other, and I just saw something on the chat pop up, and everything was like delayed. It was kind of weird, and you were doing it with Fred talking too.
Something happened. That's my fault, you guys. I was listening to the live stream instead of live radio, and it stopped on me for a minute. I don't know if it was on your end or maybe my end on the connection. And then, so when it happened, I think what happened, I was way behind you guys by maybe 10 seconds or something. So I'm going back to live radio.
I always go live. CFI live in the sky.
But I wanted to hear how I sounded because I was like off frequency earlier, and I wanted to see how I sounded. And I've been tweaking my mic settings too, so I just want to hear how I sounded.
So Neptune Electronics in San Pedro has PL59 connectors as well as LMR 400 in stock. SoCal Simplex on the chat jumped in and said that kind of neat for an old crusty electronics shop, which by the way, I really like.
Never even heard of Neptune Electronics in San Pedro, huh?
That's what was said.
Sounds like a boating place.
I know where it's at. You guys want to know where it's at?
Yeah.
Okay. As you get off the freeway, and you go underneath the bridge, like you're going to head to downtown San Pedro, and the road kind of turns to the left there a little bit. It's on the right-hand side, just before the signal light. Neptune Electronics, that little white building.
Okay, thanks. But to be honest with you, I'm going to go with him tomorrow. We're just going to go to HRO.
What time are you going down there?
He's got to work tomorrow, 3 a.m. when he gets in. Probably going to be like early afternoon.
You need some two PL259 connections?
He does, yeah, for his cheesy coax.
I gave you a whole bunch of them.
Will those fit 58?
Yeah, you got to put the inserts in them, remember?
Well, I'm not giving them up. Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, those have your signature on it. I can't give those up.
Yeah, you put the insert in it, you can go down to LMR 240 or 58. Yeah, but put that insert. Remember I told you there's different size inserts? Remember I told you that.
Yeah, I actually bought some. I remember you told me that, and I bought some, but I didn't realize that was for the Sinus 58.
Well, no, LMR 240 or 58. The 58 takes a smaller one.
Okay, so I don't have that. That's the coax size he has. We'll go to HR, and they'll set him up and give him what he needs.
Hey,
so, Ward, thank you for that great advice. I kind of got a good idea now what he needs to do.
Who is this anyway? I got the tail end of this.
My neighbor across the street. I've been trying to talk him in to get into ham radio because he's a 4-buyer. And instead, he gets this commercial radio. It's a Midland, and he's paying a commercial license to be able to use this thing for 4-buying. And it's kind of cheesy, but it is what it is. I'm hoping it gets him into ham down the road. But he was asking me, some questions about it and how to do this, how to do that, and I was trying to give him some advice.
Oh, so you got a commercial ready for a Jeep or something?
Yeah, it's a 4-buy.
Oh, yeah, they operate on different frequencies. They operate on 150 there. Ward knows about that.
He's on actually like in the 250 range. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, 150. You're right. 150 like FM.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that.
Like the purple dot frequencies?
So those are those desert buggies run on, desert cars. They run on those frequencies. It's in your RT program there. You got the RT program for the 991 Alpha, right? Keith, go in there and look at extra research and it'll show you all those frequencies.
I saw the GMRS.
Now, they're not in that.
I think he did say GMRS now that I think about it, Don.
Yeah, that's a common frequency. I think you have to get a license and maybe pay a small fee.
Right.
You also have to use it for a business license also.
Right.
Well, somehow he's got one. He's like, he paid $75 for this fee, and, he's got the radio and stuff like that. But maybe it'll get him into him, But this thing's going to get out maybe 2 or 3 miles, I bet. That's about it.
Well, they talk a little further. Those guys got 40, 50-watt radios.
But you should see the cheesy radio antenna. The radio antenna is like smaller than a rubber ducky.
Well, maybe if it was city, you won't go out very far.
He got this package deal that came with the Midland radio. I think he did say it was around 40, 50 watts. The antenna, the mount, and all that stuff. All package deal. I don't know what he paid for it. I'll hit him up tomorrow. I'm going to go to HRO with him tomorrow.
WA6AB in Temecula. Anyway, he got rid of a lot of his noise. It was the 3 lights. And he found out some of the lights on his motorhome on the outside was putting noise in his radio. He found out that too.
Yeah, to answer your question, I don't know. I just got on the radio about 10 or 15 minutes ago, so somebody else will have to answer that question.
There he is.
Yeah, I got the other radio back. I'm talking on it now. Just something still wrong with it. I'm pressing. I have to hold a check switch in to hear you guys.
Okay, something still wrong with the radio back from Icom?
What?
He didn't fix the radio all right?
No. So, right now, he said it was a filter. I'm going through the thing, and I can't figure it out. I haven't used these damn things in I don't know how many years. But I have to hold. You got your 910 in front of you?
No, I took it off the bench.
Okay, well, there's a thing called the check number 7. And if I push that in, I can hear you. So if I can just talk this way regularly, and then when I want to hear you, I have to push the check switch in.
every time to receive?
Yeah, something's not right here. He said it's programmed. I can't find it. I'm telling you, it doesn't work, right?
Oh, boy. How come he didn't fix it so you can hear? He wants $100 to change it?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm going to ask him. I said, when I put the check for this, you can tell me. I've looked at this manual for the last 3 hours, and I can't find it.
Oh, boy.
If it's any consolation, you sound really good.
Oh, yeah, well, that was no consolation at all, right? You know, I'm not loud.
You sound really good to me. Good modulation. What do you think, Fred?
Yep, but you got to hit the button always to receive. There's something wrong there.
Yeah, well, you said it's setting. Well, why don't you tell me what the wrong setting is for?
Well, why did you fix it so you wouldn't have to fool around with it?
Well, I don't know. It's only on upper side down, all the way across all three down. Now, a while ago, I actually listened to something and got it to work on 7 and 6 normally. But it sounds like someone's talking in your nose if I let go of the check switch. So it's, I don't know what the heck's going on here. Something's wrong.
Maybe you got to do a factory reboot.
I did that twice.
Okay.
Didn't do a damn thing. I think it's a physical problem. What the hell was the thing?
Yeah, I don't understand why he sends the radio back to you that way. I don't understand. When you buy the radio brand new, it don't do that.
Well, this thing sure looks brand new. It has, the dial. You have never seen that, guys. You probably had it in mind for that too. I guess about 8 months old. 8 months to give you a readout, it's still kind of steady. They said it's a firmware problem, over.
Okay, so it's a firmware problem, then what?
Well, there's no, it's chipped. It's a piece of chipped program that's in the board, and all of them are doing it, and so they got to wait till someone comes up with a new chip to put in there, Icom, but they're not going to do it. They don't support the radios anymore. So some hotshot wants to screw around and put hundreds of hours into figuring it out. I guess you can do it, over.
Right.
You're the man for the job.
For those of you just tuning in, it's about 8:15 here in Southern California. Just listening to 144.250 upper sideband here. A couple guys local to the LA area, LA County, and I'm out in San Bernardino County, out in the city of Chino. Just kind of basic rag chew. We're helping somebody out with some radio stuff here a little bit ago.
K6EGG found out there's a noise problem. It was lights, and they put an LED light by him now.
It's hard for me to hear Alex out there for some reason. He's never coming clear to me, and I don't know why. He's very close to some of the other guys, and I know he has a great setup there, so we just might not have a good path between our two antennas.
There you go, 73.
73, scan 6 West.
Hey, Alex.
Greg, K6EGG.
Go ahead, caller.
How do you like all your chokes on the radio now?
I would say the chokes on my audio equipment made a huge difference. I choked up some power stuff into my power supply, and out of my power supply to my radio. I didn't really notice a difference in any noise, but the chokes on the audio have been. Actually, that's not true. I put a choke on my antenna cable coax that I have looped up. I looped it up in a 8-inch coil, and then I put one of the chokes on it, and that probably made the biggest difference of them all. But the ones on the power cables, I didn't notice any difference.
Maybe it made a difference. You just didn't notice it.
Okay. but I do want to experiment around and move them around in different places to see if I notice a difference. I put them on, and I had the meter going on my audio scope to see the noise floor to see if that changed at all, and I didn't see any difference, and I didn't hear any difference when I put them on. So I might want to try to put them in a different location.
Okay, well, I told you the other night your audio sounded real clean, and you sound real clean and clear too again.
Excellent, thank you. I appreciate it. These chokes did make a huge difference in my audio. I'm listening to my monitor out of my radio that hits the stream, and when I ran my amplifier, I had like a little warbly voice to it. It wasn't like clean, so that might have been what you guys were hearing. I'm also noticing on my scope here that you see in the bottom right if you're tuning in. The lines seem more, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not jagged as much. Usually if they're jagged, that means that there is some distortion or splatter.
Yeah, you can change that too. Did you know that? On the right, you can hit that button and change that scope where you can get it read different for you.
I actually like this one. This seems the most. It seems seems to be the most enjoyable for my eyes.
Yeah, I noticed your noise level's down there too tonight.
Yeah, it seems a little quieter tonight, and it is a beautiful sunset if anybody can look out their windows right now.
Who's that in the background?
XQX, I have a slight copy. Go ahead, this is WA6QXA Keith Long Beach. What's your location? Okay, well, you're making it to my base station was about an S5, S6 from Garden Grove to Long Beach over by Cal State Long Beach. Not bad. Fred, you getting a copy? I don't know too many handhelds that do sideman. That's pretty cool. Yeah, 705 is a sweet radio. Fred, you getting a copy of them?
Yeah, where's he at?
I think he said Garden Grove by Orange. Is that correct? You hearing them, Fred?
Yeah, I got them. Yeah, I got my ground clamps today.
Yeah, pleasure talking to you. Come visit us anytime, and we do radio checks on this frequency anytime. That 705 is a sweet radio, by the way. So, what was the name before you go? All right, Daniel. Hey, pleasure, and feel free to hang out anytime and join the crowd. This is WA6QXA, Keith Long Beach.
Hey, Daniel, do you have a copy on Greg K6EGG in the city of Chino? I'm having a little trouble hearing you, but I think it's mainly because of the wattage maybe in your radio. But I can pick you out through the noise there. It's great to have you aboard there, Daniel. How did you find this? Was it probably just search around frequencies? Excellent. Well, we meet here pretty much every night. Sometimes we slide up to 270. And also, we're on YouTube. If you look up my call letters, K6EGG, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf Live, then you can kind of hear your radio through the internet that way. What was the call again? N. November 6 XQX. I like that. It looks good.
Yeah, I like that call sign. That's a pretty cool sign.
By the way, for Keith and Fred, I'm 3 pages into my little notepad of people that have been coming in and out of frequency here since, I don't know, end of December.
How much does that equal approximately?
Let me take a look. Including myself, 5858.
That's pretty darn good.
And we probably have about 10 to 15 people that breeze in often.
I don't know if you heard this, but Tony got his radio back just yesterday, so he's back on the air.
Great. I haven't heard him for a while, obviously for his radio being bad. Has his brother been working a lot? I'm guessing because the airlines are pretty busy now.
That's Denny, his brother.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Sorry.
I actually spoke to Denny this afternoon, too. He's in town right now.
I wonder if you can do 146.520 up there.
He should be able to with his open spot, that you'd think.
I actually carried my my Yaesu VX5 and made a contact from the restroom of all places. I was over Nebraska, and I think the guy was... I think he was in Kansas. I can't remember his call. I wrote it down at the time, but it was at least over a 100-mile shot with 5 watts.
That's pretty good. Maybe I'm wrong on that open spot where it's only good for digital. I'm not sure.
What, his radio on the airplane?
I'm talking about going back to Denny. He has an open spot 3. I don't know if he could only do digital with that thing.
Oh, I got you. Brad, you still out here?
K6 what? Oh, hey, Bill. Keith here. Yeah, 100% better. Yeah, you're hitting the 5.9 also, so you're doing a good job over here in Long Beach. Yeah, your modulation sounds nice and clean. You're hitting about, like I said, S92. So you're talking on your D104 right now? Makes a huge difference. Yeah, I used to have a D104 back in my CB days in 1975, around that time. Those were great. Those were great, and they're still great today.
For those of you watching on the stream or listening on the stream, I had to turn down the preamp. It feels like there's ice picks pressing into my ears, so it's hard to hear Bill. He's out in Huntington Beach, and I don't think he has a outside antenna that's vertical, but don't quote me.
Yeah, I didn't have an amplifier or preamp on mine when I had it. Greg, are you able to copy Bill out there in Huntington Beach?
I can hear that he's talking, but I can't hear him very well. So I can't understand what he's saying.
Roger that. Little louder, still not overmodulated, so it's not a bad thing. You got a fan on there? Very good. All right, Bill. Well, you're doing a fine job. That mic sounds good to me. Roger that. Hey, Greg, do you have to work tomorrow?
I do. Tonight's my Sunday. I got tomorrow night and Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon I have to work, but then I'm off for like 4 days.
Where are you working tomorrow? At the stadium?
Yeah, I'm working at Anaheim Stadium.
What time are you checking in?
One quick second. I had a sneezing attack there. I think I have to be there around 1:30 or 2. Actually 2.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, I had a sneezing attack in class today. I have to wear the mask. That was the worst.
Yeah, for me, I got to carry around a blowout mask in case I end up sneezing or something snaps. Last year when it was super hot outside, the little glue, that little cheap glue that like connected the main part of the mast from the string or whatever, kept on popping off because of the heat.
Do you have to wear those Army issue kind?
They pretty much let us wear whatever we want. They just don't want the ones that have the removable filter in.
I think I already told you this story, but they were asking if I'd work summer school, and the first question I asked, do we have to wear a mask? I said, yep. I said, nope.
I think Cal OSHA is going to make it so we have to wear for at least to the end of the year.
Well, then what's with the June 15 mandate that we could not have to wear them no more? I mean, come on.
Come on, did you really think they would fully open up on June 15th?
Well, that's what my hope was.
Our king today said he's not lifting the emergency, but they're lifting some restrictions. So I don't know exactly what that means. My guess is he'll let us do a little bit more.
I feel like I'm in a communist country.
You are very close. Very, very close. I know we are on the same page with this. I don't want to beat it, but it's very, very frustrating wearing a mask for 10 hours straight.
Yeah, I don't want to beat it either, but man, as a society, we did what they asked. We confined ourselves to our homes and all this stuff for over a year. We wore the mask. We got the shot. We did everything they asked. They're still keeping us with the stupid mask mandate. It's like really upsetting.
And considering that some states lifted it last year in September, and we still have it, it doesn't make much sense. I don't get it. It just seems like more of a power thing and liability thing possibly for employers.
Our numbers have really dropped low, so I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, and I just found out someone I know has it. So I don't know how he got it, but...
I didn't give it to him.
I didn't give it to him.
Yeah, did you give it to him?
Hey, Ward, are you still out here?
Yeah, Greg, how you doing?
Excellent. Do you talk in the morning at all? Because I hear Keith and Fred on 5-2 in the morning.
Not very much at all. I'm usually either working or getting things prepared for work and the grandson for with my wife for school. So that to answer the question, no.
Copy. Yeah, I heard Fred and Keith talking when I was laying in bed because I didn't sleep very well last night because my allergies are bugging me. I had a massive headache too. Anyways, there's a repeated frequency on UHF or a repeated 146.520 frequency. So I was hearing them talk. I'm like, hey, I can sit in bed and listen to them. They're like, oh, we're going to go to sideband. I was like, ah.
Okay, Roger. Yeah, no, I don't really get on the radio a whole lot much, but I know that Keith and Fred have, in the morning talk a lot, so I'm usually either, working already or just getting things ready to go.
Copy that. Do you work close to where you live?
Yeah, my corporate's in Corona, but I work out of one of the locations in Santa Fe Springs, but due to COVID, I've been working from home since last March, so it's I work real close now.
Excellent. That is close. I know I have an opportunity to work at home. I might take them up on that offer in a couple months.
Roger that. Well, I found it's more comfortable. You get more work done, less interruptions. I think it's just a win-win,
And the best part about it, your commute is fairly short. I don't think you can beat the commute.
Yeah, no, absolutely, especially with the price of fuel these days. Working from home, you actually make a little bit more money.
Yep, exactly. That's kind of why I got an electric car, so I didn't have to worry about the gas prices fluctuating and solar panels to boot.
Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, I'm not in that luxury. My daughter, though, she's got a Tesla, so she gets the benefit of that as well.
Does she like her Tesla?
Yeah, I haven't heard her complain about it. I mean, it seems to be very good, very reliable. She hasn't had any problems with it. And, my son hooked up the 240 in the garage for her, and with her deal, she just charges up and about every other day or two or whenever she needs. She works down by Anaheim Stadium herself.
We are work neighbors.
Yeah, she works for the County of Orange.
Yeah, I think there's something like across the State College there.
I've never been there, but I think it's right in your neck of the woods.
I kind of want to get a Tesla myself, or at least get my wife one, but I don't know. I kind of want to have at least one gas-powered car in our family, if you know what I mean, in case something happened.
Yeah, if you ever, you got a blackout, the only ones that would be operational are fuel-driven, and any hams with some backup batteries, or generators. But the Tesla to be for any repairs, which she hasn't had any, but they're really sky high. You gotta take that into consideration.
Yeah, hopefully, there's not too many moving parts on there, so in theory, you shouldn't have too many breakdowns. I have not had one problem with the electric part of my car, and I've had like 71,000 miles on it, but I've had some trouble with the gas-powered portion of it, so I would hope that she does not have that problem.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I don't. Hopefully not too, but so far so good. I think she's got a little over 20-some-odd thousand miles on it, so seems to be pretty good. I mean, she hit, it sure is nice. Not much maintenance, so, but so she works there, so it doesn't cost her anything really to drive, really, like you.
That's the thing for me. I would say, depending where I work, Anaheim Stadium's a hard one because there's no electricity for me to plug in. But most of the time, I can find some free power, which is even better than the power that I have at my house. So I don't have to, I don't have to power up at my house or as much, so I can get home also. So that's a real big benefit for me. Although it doesn't seem like a big deal, I would normally use I would normally use about a gallon of gas, maybe a little bit more driving into LA. And a gallon of gas was $4.23 by my house, or something like that. So that's saving me $4.23 a day, and I work about 20 days a month. So that tends to add up after a while. It's a huge savings.
Oh yeah, Roger. Yeah, no, it does exactly. So is your vehicle? Do you have a charger there, or a 240, or do you do it a slow charge on 110?
Actually, both. One of the parking lots we're assigned to park in has 240 chargers. If it's available, I'll plug in, and part of the deal is with an electric car, and I'm sure your daughter will understand, once you get done, you get out of there and leave it there for somebody that can use it. If another coworker is there and he needs it, I usually will get off and then find there's wall outlets all around the parking lot. So as long as I'm there like 8 hours, which most of the time I am, it charges me enough to get home. So, I mean, it's just about as good as a fast charger without, having to worry about getting out of there right away.
Yeah, that's the inconvenience. Yeah, right there. I know she made a trip. I think it was to Vegas, and her first trip, and I think it was in Baker, I guess. And there was I think it took an hour and a half or something. There's just a ton of cars there waiting to charge.
Yeah, that's the thing with the infrastructure isn't quite there with the electricity. Although it's getting very close. I know they're putting in a bunch of chargers, at least Tesla chargers up in Chino Hills by me, which the closest charger was like in Anaheim or Brea, and the next closest was City Industry for me. So it's definitely, it will be there eventually. I don't think it's going to be there yet, but there's so many more new Teslas on the road. It's just, like you said, you're going to be waiting like an hour and a half to get charged.
Yeah, W6WWD. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I mean, geez, just in my neighborhood, I mean, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 8 of them just in my street. So they need to build that infrastructure ASAP.
Yeah, and if you notice what happened last year with the power getting shut off because of the fires, it's a catch-22, you know. I know a guy that lived up in, not Saugus, but Santa Clarita, and they had some fires up there last summer. You know, he had trouble getting his car charged because even the local chargers were shut off because the power in the entire area was shut off. So that's a very unique problem. And when the power is shut off also, and people don't realize, you can't get gas at a gas station because the gas pumps are electronic.
Yeah, Roger, it goes hand in hand. You know, it's like if you own a generator, well, you know, it's okay if you got some fuel, but if you run out, you either got to siphon your tanks, or if you don't, you know, if you didn't have any gas in your tanks, you're not going to get any from the pump either.
Yep, copy that. Keith, you want to pick it up? I've been kind of hogging the frequency here.
Yeah, I don't really have any experience on the electric car they add.
Well, I'll say this real good. Greg, I believe Don got his laptop situated with the WFU finally. He was having some shattering or some clipping, and finally we're working on it, and we're throwing spaghetti against the wall, see what would stick, and I think he was getting a little overmodulation from his laptop, the internal microphone, so he had to turn that down.
Excellent. Is he on right now?
He might be listening. He said he might be listening, but yeah, he was sounding good. Boy, it was quite the struggle for a while, but I think he persevered. It looks like it worked out.
I remember the first night I was using that Icom RSB software, which is a piece of junk. Andy was trying to talk me in for a good half hour, no, do this, do that, try that. Oh, that's too distorted. Oh, it's too low. It's like, it's so many different settings.
Yeah, I can imagine. But this WFU wasn't too bad. It worked pretty seamlessly for me. He had his little hiccup there, I believe, with the modulation, but the only thing that kind of tricked me the other day is I had changed everything to LAN, and then when I went to use my radio, I couldn't get a carrier on sideband. Come to find out that it's changed the radio of the mod, so I had to go in there and change it to mic USB, so pretty quick fix.
Did you have to go back on your software to do that? Because I couldn't find somewhere on the radio to change that.
You could do it either or. I went into the connectors and went over to MOD. When I clicked on MOD, it gave me the option for mic USB or LAN. But I did notice if you're up on the program, you can change it before you turn it off and save it to mic. Hit mic, save, and then it will change the radio back for you.
Now, when Don was cutting in and out, was that what his problem was? He was just over driving or clipping?
Yeah, sure. That's what I believe it was, Keith. And Greg, you go back up to MOD, if you're looking for that setting. But yeah, I believe he was just overdriving his his program.
Okay, well, I'm glad he's got it worked out if that's the case.
Seemed to be.
He's definitely been on a mission with that, and D-Star, he's getting quite around, with that stuff.
Yeah, it was quite the challenge, but I think he persevered, and but yeah, it's a nice. I think that's a nice program, not too aggravating, other than some internal settings on his laptop, but I think it sounded pretty good after he finished.
Thanks for the info there.
Oh, no worry. After using it, I'm like, oh, great, I got the laptop all set up. Then I went to use my radio, and I had no transmit audio on sideband. I'm like, well, what is going on? Or anywhere. I'm like, what is going on? I could put a carrier on FM, but I had no audio.
Yeah, I need to hang loose on it because they don't have it down for 7100 quite yet. He says he's going to be tweaking it, though, in the next few weeks, and then maybe I can consider doing that.
It'd be well worth it once it's ready. I think for the convenience to have if you were to travel, it'd be beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Had I had that up and running when I was in St. George, I could have continued to talk to all you guys.
Yeah, brings a whole other dynamic to portable radio, so to speak, and I'm interested in how it's going to continue to develop.
So, Greg, well, you mentioned that you might start working out of the house. I'm trying to figure out how that would work for you.
I don't want to say too much because I'm on the stream right now, but there's an opportunity that I can do a little bit different of a job from my house. I can connect into the production trucks remotely.
Okay, interesting. Do you have any overnighters or anytime soon?
Overnighters?
Yeah, working where you got to stay in a motel.
Not at this point. I got asked to work some stuff out in Vegas, and I think something in San Diego, but I'm not accepting any new work right now. I don't know if I have to get out of something, and I can't really do 100% right now with the situation I'm in when I have my hernia, so kind of laying low on work right now. That's why I had a bunch of days off this week. I could have worked, but I said no.
Well, the next time you happen to have a day where you have to, spend the night at the motel because you're far away or whatever, will you go ahead and try your computer that night?
Oh, absolutely. I'll give it a try. I'll even try it if I fly in an airplane if it has Wi-Fi.
Oh, cool.
I used to, before they blocked a lot of the ports, Delta got, my foot's falling off the switch here, hold on. Delta got Wi-Fi going to Hawaii, and I called my buddy Rick up, and I was halfway over between Hawaii and the U.S. mainland, and I sat there and talked with him for 5 minutes at my seat.
That's cool.
It was a little bit of a delay, but hey, I still, it was still pretty cool. He couldn't tell that I was through the satellite, other than the fact it was like, a half a second before he would answer me. So, do you have a weekend off without have to work on your truck?
No, I'm waiting for some of that Cat 5 to be delivered, so I'm going to have to pull some areas apart and rerun it. It was supposed to show up today, but it hasn't, and one was delayed till tomorrow, so I'll probably be, playing with it over the weekend, and I got some, going to try to really isolate all those cables with some reflective type or shielding tape, I guess it is. I got that, and once I get everything reinstalled, see how it works.
What was leaking through? Again?
It was 120. He's raised it to 140 now.
Yeah, everybody's jacking their prices on everything.
Yeah, I think he's the chip shortage, so anyway, I got to say he's a really good seller. I mean, any question I had, considering the time change from New Zealand, he replies probably within a few hours. So I thought, usually that's pretty strong.
Yeah, that's good service.
But, thankfully the engineer or tech guy at ACU, he nailed it. So now I just got to do a good job on shielding all that RF in there, especially coming off the coax.
What was the problem again?
The connector that goes in the back of the radio, I guess the RS-232, the pin port one, and then it goes out to a flat Cat 5. And I had that choked up, but the coax is radiating and interfering with that Cat 5. So as soon as we unplugged the antenna, the noise went away.
Yeah, hopefully that TAC Cat 5 will help. That stuff's expensive, but I know it saved me at work a couple times.
Yeah, and my son, he was talking to his neighbor. I don't know who he knows, but or where he got this from. But he's got some. It's almost like an EMI RFI, kind of like a shielding tape. So I might do a little extra wrapping, just to see if I'm gonna give it my all. If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna pull that unit out, and then I'll just go without it.
Yeah, well, I think it will definitely help. I know. I think I told you about my problem was a little bit different, but it was partly the same. It was stuff getting in the cable.
Yeah, Roger, you did. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, this is unfortunately on the receive side, and it's only on, of course, on sideband. On FM, you can't even tell, and it's just a slight, and I don't want to hate to use the word, like a little clunk. It's just like a little beat, like this continuous little beat that's in there, and it's not really moving the S meter at all, but it's just there, and it's annoying. So I'm hoping, to get rid of it, and then I'll either, like I said, pull it out, or I'll leave it up to one of the two. But I'm gonna give it my best.
What did you order from New Zealand?
There's going to build a external display that emulates the face of the dial, the screen of the 991 Alpha, and it shows you, the receive, SWR, all your notch filters, anything that you've got pushed in DNR, anything that's active or you're using, it shows.
How do you plug that in, if you don't mind me asking?
That's where the problem exists. It goes right into the GPS cat port right there.
Interesting. I didn't know. So they don't have a detachable face on those radios?
No, that's one of the, things that, the shack in the box, but when you put it in the vehicle, it doesn't, you can't see it. Of course, you don't really change your dial while you're driving, but so it's not 100% necessary. It'd be nice, but no, but he had figured out, I guess, how to do this to the cat port, but of course then I'm picking picking up, disturbance from the antenna. So that's where it's at. And then, hopefully all this extra, new shielding and that will work. And if it doesn't, then I'll just have to live with it or pull it out.
So can you control anything on that screen, or how would you control the volume and stuff?
Yeah, no, you can't. The screen is just a screen. It's not a touch screen. It's not a remote for there. You have to do it from the radio. The microphone's got an up and down, of course, button for your frequencies, but, it's a compromise that the radio, you have to still adjust it with your hand.
It's kind of why I like my V71. It has I could pull the face out, and I put the head underneath the my passenger seat, so it's not really that visible too. If I had a radio that I couldn't take off the face, I probably wouldn't get it because I just have no space in my car.
Yeah, no, my first one was a Yaesu 857D, and it had detachable face, 10, 12 years ago. That was real convenient. This doesn't have it, but I really like the radio. And, the compromise, I thought, well, I won't need it, but then I got this detachable deal, this external deal, and I think it works really well when you're driving, so it keeps your eyes on the road and everything. Just to have this little annoying, tick, tick, tick type of sound. So if I can get rid of that, then it's pretty much golden in my book.
Copy that. I'll be right back. I'm going to help my wife with something real quick.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I think I'm going to take off, so I'll good talking to you and everybody else, and 73s, because I had to get some stuff done around here, so talk to you guys again. W6WWD.
Copy that. Have a good evening, Ward. Keith, if you're still listening, I'll be right back.
All right, I'm here on the side listening.
Hello, everybody listening on the stream. I'll be back in just a few short minutes.
Who's that?
Whiskey Alpha 6 Alpha Tango India Mobile 6 here in West Covina.
Hello, West Covina. This is WA6QXAG from Long Beach.
Oh, wow. You got a nice signal up here. Nice signal up here. I thought I would check out 250 and see if you guys are up here tonight.
Yeah, we've been up here. It kind of got slow the last 15, 20 minutes, but yeah, we've been active.
Nice, good. Well, you got a pretty nice signal up here. It's surprising. Yeah, I just went out, hit the road here. I'm going to head over to the pizza place and pick up dinner. Kind of hungry, so we're going to go out for pizza there. Go ahead.
So are you mobiling right now?
I am currently mobiling right now.
Well, then you're putting out a great signal, too. I am running a little extra power, but you're doing a fine job.
Yeah, I'm on, just got the whip on the back of the truck, so, yeah, I don't know what the gain of the whip is, but it's better than Unity, I think, but it works okay.
What's the name out there? My name here is Keith, Kilo Echo India Tango Hotel.
Yeah, the name here is Dennis, like Dennis the Menace, right?
This Dennis the TV repair guy?
That's me.
Okay, I didn't recognize you, Dennis. Okay, gotcha. It's good talking to you again.
Yeah, I figured I'd check in and see how things are going. I'm kind of halfway contemplating picking up a new rig. I think I'm going to pick up another 7100 and retire the 746, the Icom 746, or the 706 Mark II-G. It's the Mark II-G is probably going to be about almost 20 years old. So I got it when it was they just first rolled them out. So I'm thinking it's going to be time to retire it.
Roger that. Yeah, I have a 7100. It's kind of like my secondary radio, and I've been using it a lot in my mobile. But when I use it in my mobile, I take it in and out every single day.
Yeah, something I'm going to consider. Right now, they got a rebate on them right now, so maybe I can do that. Got to make a decision before the end of the month.
With the rebate about $800, that sound about right?
Yeah, just under 8, just right about 8. I think it's $7.99. You know, the funny thing is, I bought my 700 from a guy, or my 7100 from a guy on eBay, and he had a brand new one with the power supply. And I got the brand new one with the power supply. Those for $6.99, and that was almost 30 years ago.
That's a killer deal with power supplies. Wow. Well, I think for the price, it's the best bang for your buck out there.
I think so too. It's pretty neat rig, and it does a lot of stuff, and it's easily remoted, and I think it's going to be I think it'll be around for a long time. I think it'll be another one of those 706 Mark II-Gs, because I think that was a very good radio.
Yeah, I bought a, what's the words I'm looking for? It's a thing to hold the faceplate in my car that goes into the water holder or whatever you want to call it, and it tightens up and everything. So it works out pretty well for me.
It's been a cup holder?
Cup holder, yeah. Man, I'm not doing a good job of talking right now.
Well, that's all right. It's Friday night. It's still early.
Yeah, it's been a long day too, so I'm kind of like dozing off a little bit. I got up pretty early today, but yeah, it works. I only paid $20 for this thing online. The company was out of Irvine, so I got it within a couple days. And it adjusts higher, lower, tilts your way, and it's about 10 inches total tall if you want it to go 10, 12 inches tall. So it's worked out really good.
Yeah, I think I got something similar to that before, also from the same guy. I got two different kinds. I got one that goes in the cup holder, and another one that actually mounts to the bolt that holds your feeding place, and it has like a gooseneck, and it's up on a rigid gooseneck. But I didn't like either one. The cup holder won't fit my truck. It won't fit the cup holder in my truck because it's too either not big enough or something. I was thinking about it. It wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit right. Oh, yeah. It didn't go deep enough for the cup holder. It would sit there and topple over. So work its way up. So I kind of got rid of that, and then the other one, then up to the belt on the chair. It just made it kind of loose, and it was very, very stiff. And if you try to move it, it actually broke at the base where it mounts to the chair, because that centerpiece that held it onto the clamp was plastic, and the plastic itself just cracked. And I said, that's a pretty tough spot. I would expect that to be made of metal, but no, it was plastic. So I kind of got away from that, and I made my own.
Okay. So far, mine's working out okay. I see that Greg's back. I need to slide out just for a couple minutes, because I just remembered my radio's still in the car. I need to pull it out. I pull it out every night. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Maybe, Greg, you can take over. That's Dennis out there, okay? You getting a copy of him?
Hi, Dennis. How you doing? It's Greg, K6EGG.
How you doing, man? I can hear you just fine up here a little bit. You're not as strong as the other station was, but we're hearing you. I'm still trying to find my address for this pizza place. I thought I knew what it was, but I guess I must have shot him a little bit. I have to check my mapping software.
What was your call letters again?
Alpha 6 Alpha Tango India.
Copy that. This is Greg, K6EGG. What are you down in Orange County, LA County, out by Keith there?
Right now I'm mobiling in West Covina. West Covina, just north of the 10 there, guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so actually you're probably a little closer to me then. But we got a ton of dirt. We got Kellogg Hill in the way of us.
You're in Chino, right?
That's affirmative.
Yeah, Kellogg Hill from that South Hills that's blocking the moment to you guys. Another set of hills from Diamond Bar. So yeah, it's not working for us.
I got you in there. What type of radio are you using for your mobile? Well, it definitely sounds pretty good. I just wish the dirt wasn't in the way. It's kind of a little bit hard to hear. I'm running about 200 watts. You might be able to hear me better than I can hear you, though, unfortunately.
All right, Greg, I'm actually back. I thought I hadn't pulled my radio out, and I was going to do it, but I actually had done it. It's in the shack, so I don't have to worry about it. So I did. I pulled it out earlier today I forgot.
Do you park on the street?
One car I do, and the other one I do not. But I don't get to park in the garage, but I pull in the driveway, but it's not inside a gate or anything. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry about it. Because my radios are not permanently mounted at all, so I don't like keeping them in there at night.
Totally understand. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to get a super nice radio for my car. Upgrade the antenna too much.
I've got to the point with the 7100 where all I have to do is hook up with the power pole, to the external battery that I have, and hook up the antenna coax. Boom, I'm ready to go. I can get up and running in like a minute and a half now. So it's not a big deal at all. The 818 is a little bit more trouble because there's a lot more wires and things because I run a linear, I have a fan, and blah, blah, blah.
One quick second. K6EGG.
Somebody else out there? Go ahead. Whoever that is, you are very off frequency right now, I believe. Either you're on a different mode or you're off frequency. I can't tell what you're saying.
I'm not copying them here.
Yeah, whoever that was out there is, I can't understand what you're saying for whatever reason. So I'm sorry I'm not getting able to copy it and get back to you. Hey, Greg, you back on the frequency?
I am. We had I wouldn't call it emergency, but my wife has been looking for our wedding video that we didn't have a professional do it. We had one of the people at the wedding just recorded off my Canon camera, which I actually found, and I found the disc, but we can't open the file. So I was trying to figure out how I can do that.
Okay, I don't know if you were hearing that person that was out there a minute or two ago, but he's off frequency or on the wrong mode, but I couldn't understand what he was saying.
Right as I left?
Yeah, maybe it's after you left, so you didn't get to hear it, but I was wondering if you did hear it.
And has Dennis been on frequency before?
The guy that lives over by Mount Sac. I don't remember if you were on that night or not. Met him several days ago. He's an ex-TV repair guy, and he's done all sorts of different things. He's retired now, as I recall.
Oh yeah, WA6ATI. He said his call letters, but he was waving in and out. So.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, he's back. Go ahead.
Yeah, I finally found where I'm supposed to be going to. If I'm just trying to find a place to park so I can pick up the pizza and bring it home. But yeah, it's going in and out of these buildings here. Your signals are up and down. So, but I'm still hearing you guys. Yeah, I wasn't able to hear the other station either, whether he was off frequency or not. Just a couple of words, and that would be about it. But he had something wrong with his transmitter or something like that, because it wasn't working.
Yeah, it was really muffled. I couldn't tell what he was saying. I couldn't tell if he was like on the wrong mode or just really off frequency.
I can hear somebody way in the background.
That's what I'm talking about. The person's either off frequency or on the wrong mode or something's wrong with the radio. Go.
Hey, this is Tony. I just checked in. Got all these guys on lower cycling.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, you cannot get upper cycling like, yeah, special on distance. So you can reach them on lower cycling.
Where's he at?
On upper, over.
K6EGG.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. We're all up on the upper sideband.
Well, for something's wrong with this radio, and I just got it to work on lower sideband, but it's not working on upper sideband. Over.
Is this Alex?
You are. This is Alex. I'm trying. Can you hear me okay? Are you on upper sideband or lower?
Right now I'm on lower sideband. We heard somebody muffled on when we're sitting on upper sideband.
Yeah, that's me. That was me. This radio just came back from the shop, and something's really wrong with it. It took a hard hit in the box from UPS, so I got to ship it back to the guy on Tuesday. Over.
Copy that. I'm going to go back up to upper sideband where everybody else is.
Yeah, but thank you. 73 and 68. Right. Well, I've tried to get this thing to work. I've been messing with it for 3 hours, and I got it to work on lower sideband, but something's still wrong with it. So I'm going to have to send it back Tuesday. Over.
All right. I'm going to queue us right back to upper sideband. There's several people up there, okay?
Okay, now
All right, I got to try to tune you back in, Greg. Am I there?
Yeah, you're here. Yeah, you're here. I'm here. You sound fine on my end there.
I find that in general, you and I are 5 kcs apart, and so if I just do that, typically I'm in okay shape with you.
It's sometimes like Ward's right on for me, and then sometimes he's high, so it's weird. It's very strange. And Fred, I can never seem to get in.
Yep, I hear you.
And hearing Dennis out there, I think he's still out here. That's one of the reasons why I kind of want to get a mobile sideband radio, even though I don't, but I do, but I don't. I could talk to you guys on the way home. It seems to reach a little bit better because I don't think I could hear him if I was on FM.
They reach so much better. I wish you would because, we would get to talk a lot,
But see, some of the times I get off at work usually are coming after the fall if I have a job. It'll probably be after 11 p.m. and you guys will be out by then.
That's true. That part's true. I don't know, maybe going to work though.
Yeah, but sometimes I also like my quiet time because I have to listen to stuff all day. It kind of gives me a headache. So sometimes I drive home with everything off.
I get that. One thing though for me when I'm on the radio, especially when I have to deal with traffic and bad driving conditions, it helps make the time go by faster, and it's not so nerve-wracking because I just kind of can get off on the radio part of it and not have to worry about how bad the traffic is.
Oh, absolutely. When I drove home from Van Nuys that one day a couple weeks ago, I picked up Andy by about the last 45 minutes or so, and that definitely made the drive a lot more bearable. I was getting really, really frustrated from sitting there for 2 hours at that point.
I have to on Fridays work pretty late, typically, for me anyway, pretty late. So I can't take the freeway, and so I'll have to take PCH, and it's been taking me 45 to 50 minutes to drive home. Whereas in the morning, I'm getting to work in 24 minutes.
Yeah, COVID traffic is no more. And I think it's going to be a little worse when people fully go back, because people are not going to want to, carpool and stuff. Because I noticed the carpool lane's pretty empty right now.
Wow, you make a good point. I noticed that now that you mentioned it.
Yeah,
after back from San Diego last night. It was a nice drive coming back. Surprised.
Was it during traffic hour or rush hour?
O'clock, and going all the way through San Diego, through Claremont, and 805, 52. It's usually like a parking lot, but I just went right through. I could see maybe 50 or 100 cars on the road, and that's it. But they were all moving all the way through Oceanside and all the way up here.
Take the 5 up or 15?
5 to 5, and then went the rest of the way up to 57, then back home.
For me, it used to be quicker to take the 15, but now it seems like I could take the 71, 91, 241, and then connect to the 5 and just shoot down to 5, and it's probably like 20 minutes less.
There's some traffic on the 15, and there's because of some road construction they've got going on, like when you go through Rancho Pita Squeezers or Penasquitos, I guess they call it, but when you go through there, it's really trafficy because they're doing a lot of road construction.
Do you go down there often?
Yeah, I think so. Stuck at that 91, 91 off of the 15. I got stuck on that one. Stayed up at 91 to all into the 57, and that cost me like $17, to go from the 15 to the 57 on 91.
Yeah. That thing's a rip, dude. I haven't used it in like probably 3 or 4 years.
Across the George Washington Bridge in New York, going in from New York City into New Jersey, and that was just going across the bridge was $17.
Yep, and Triborough's the same way. Or same price, I should say.
Hope the government doesn't get wind of that. People in New Jersey, they're happy with paying their tolls. I got one of my coworkers lives in southern Jersey and works in Ridgefield Park, and he pays $250 a month for tolls.
On the flip side, though, the gas is a little bit lower because there's not much state tax on the gas, but it would be more to drive there in some fashions. But their auto insurance is actually lower out there, too. Wait till they start charging us by the mile here in California.
Gosh, I hope that never happens.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be out of California by then. I'll get to the point where I absolutely hate this state.
Oh, why did it take that long? I've been there for a couple of years.
The trouble is I've got too much property here. I've got all kinds of property here in California, but the taxes are just eating me alive.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to talk my wife into at least getting to maybe even Nevada or Texas, but especially now, I could, from what I have equity in my house, I can buy another house and have $100,000 on the side and fix it up and not have a house payment and not have to live in a place that's cheaper. It just makes sense. I mean, I would sacrifice the bad weather and maybe a little bit of a career change, but she doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, see, I didn't want to do it for the longest time. My wife would jump at the chance to take off and get that. She would love to be in Las Vegas because our daughter lives up there. They just bought a new house, had one built, like a nice little 4,722 square feet. House
Yeah, you can get that price a house there for half of what it is here. I was actually just looking into Henderson. I work in television broadcast, and I could pretty much live in any major city that has any sports. So I'm hearing that the Oakland A's might move to Vegas, and if that happens, I might just put my foot down and say we're out of here.
Yeah, there you go.
Problem is, you got like 100-degree plus heat for 5 months out of the year.
You guys mixed a little bit. I heard the 105-degree heat, and I got it here in my area, so it's not much more. What was that, Dennis?
You got your lifestyle. You have a choice to make, right? You have a choice to make. You can take window P, or you can move to Henderson. You know, window P is like the unemployment line.
Yep.
You know, my job wants to send me to Las Vegas.
I think it might be a few years. I know my wife does not want to leave her parents, but Vegas is, only 3-hour drive away. So, but then again, Texas is only a 3-hour flight, so I don't see what much more the difference is.
Yeah, that's true. I used to fly to Texas every week, go up there and spend, do the traveling and my training classes out in Texas. I used to go to Houston or to Dallas, and 3 hours was not a bad flight. I was quite a regular on American Airlines.
Oh yeah, I mean I used to commute to Atlanta once a week, or New York, or Miami. So it's just 5 hours. People got it stuck on their head that it's like super far away, but I'd fly out there for a day and then fly back. So it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, it does cost some money, but it's not that far away.
Yeah. The same here. It's a little bit of a distance, and it costs bucks, but whenever I flew out there, the company paid for that, so I got to keep all my points. Shoot, I was able to have enough points on American Airlines where my wife and I and my son flew to Hawaii and back with the points I saved, going back and forth to Atlanta and Dallas and Houston for like 40 weeks a year.
Yep, I was the same. I'm a million miler on Delta. I think I probably have a half mil on American. I was an American guy, but their connections are so tough through Dallas. They have 35-minute connections, and they put you on an econ course, and you're going out at sea. You're hosed. I tried United for a little while, man. I can't stand United, but I liked American. But like I said, their connections are too close.
Yeah, I've got a couple of them that were not good, but they usually have pretty good, the connections. If you missed one of them, there was always another one that came up within, 40 minutes or an hour or something like that. It wasn't too awful bad.
Whenever I'd fly to the south, I'd take a Delta or Northeast, and if I was like west of like the what's it called, Mississippi, I'd try to take American if I was going to like St. Louis or Denver or something like that, or anywhere in Texas like Houston or San Antonio, because it just was easy. San Antonio, I don't know if you've flown into there. That's a weird place to try to get to.
Yeah, I've been in San Antonio, a couple other places. I was surprised. I was in Lincoln, Nebraska, and they got like 2 gates. That was it. I thought they had a little bit more than 2 gates, and the flights delays there were incredibly long. I mean, it just took forever to go through. Anyway, I just destinated home. I'll catch you guys later. Good luck in the contest. WA6ATI.
Copy that. I don't know what contest, but have a good evening. Hope to hear you out here again. Keith, you out there?
I am. 73, Dennis. So So when you on your booking or banking minutes or whatever you call it for the, not minutes, but banking time for your airlines, do they ever run out?
Some airlines do. I think American does. I have I have what they call million miler status, which I actually traveled million miles on Delta. So my account's a little different. I don't think they run out on Delta, but I know some airlines they do. I know for Delta, for me, they don't. But I still have miles left over I'm planning on using.
Delta's probably the best airline out there, huh?
For me, for traveling, I've had my best luck with them is the best way I can say it. I wouldn't say they're the best, but the flight attendants are usually nice. I've had really bad experiences with United. Southwest are great, but it's just a different experience. Alaska's really good, but they don't go anywhere they go. Hawaiian's very good. I tried to stay away from like the Spirit Airlines and Frontier because they suck. They all kind of suck. The less suckiness is probably the best way I can describe it.
I don't fly hardly at all, but just the ones that I have, the experiences I had, I felt Delta was pretty good and so forth. What was good was JetBlue, but they're not flying out of Long Beach anymore. That sucks.
I don't think I've been on JetBlue. I'm trying to think if I have. I got to say, having status on an airline, and I think Dennis would agree with me on this, is a huge factor in how well the airlines treat you. Like, if a bunch of flights are getting canceled out of an airport you're going to, like I was flying home from Orlando with my wife a couple years ago, and the line was out the door. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? I call the line. Boom, they booked me a new flight. They just go straight to the counter. Don't worry about the line. Tell them you talked to me on the phone, and they gave me the ticket, and I went upstairs, and I was done.
You got to cut the line?
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, my wife's from Boston, so she would go home here and there to Boston, out of Long Beach to Boston, straight flight. It was always pretty reasonable, and a straight flight too. I'm literally 10 minutes away from the airport, so it was very convenient. So yeah, JetBlue was good, and I've traveled on JetBlue for shorter flights.
I must say, Logan is one of my least favorite airports to go into. I used to go in there quite a bit.
Dealing with that tunnel every time, right?
But when I was first starting to travel, they were still doing construction on that whole area. So for a while, I was flying in and out of Bradley. It was about a 40-minute drive, but it was actually quicker to get around.
Probably don't miss those times.
Oh, dude, the weather in that place in the winter. I used to go there in the winter too. It's just freaking miserable. I hate the Northeast in the winter. I spent so much time in Philly, New York, and Boston, and Detroit, and Cleveland in the winter. It was just always flight delays, and just trying to drive around sucked because of the snow and stuff.
Like, if you have all these flight delays and stuff like that, are you just stuck, or do you get paid for all that extra time you have to deal with the airport?
Well, back in the day, we're on a flat rate, which would mean if you took 10 hours to fly somewhere, you'd still get paid the same way if I was taking an hour flight to Phoenix. But now, I think we clock in like 90 minutes before our flight, and then it's like 35 minutes or something weird, or 45 minutes after our flight. So we get paid our whole time, because flying to the East Coast now is like a solid 10 hours.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't miss traveling, at least that part of it. I don't mind it once in a while, but when I was doing 2 East Coast trips a week, I'd fly out on Monday, work in the city on Tuesday, fly home Wednesday, then fly back out Thursday, work in the city Friday and fly back on Saturday, and then work in between when I was home.
Yeah, it screws with your sleeping pattern.
Sleeping pattern? I never had one. That's why I take medication, unfortunately, to sleep. I never got my body back to normal. One real quick story about traveling, if you're there for a second, then I want to take off. You there still?
7 hours, which is rare for me.
I usually get about 6 now, but for the daughter, it's a little different. But quick story about traveling. I had one trip, I think it was in 98 or 99. I did a game in Texas, a preseason NBA game in Texas, flew home. The next day, I flew to Tokyo, was there for 6 days, worked the game, red-eyed home, had most of the day off at home, went back to the airport, red-eyed to Philadelphia, worked the game in Philadelphia, flew home the next day, and then that same day, flew up to Sacramento.
Geez, you must have been beat after all that.
That was all in 6 days. I was toast. Actually, 7 days, I think. I felt like spaghetti.
Hey, not to change the subject, but I've been kind of recruiting some potential people for the on-screen thing. I think Denny would be into it, and same thing with Curtis.
I have no problem with it. I'll probably have to get their phone numbers so I can send the invite. But I'd love to have them on. That would be great.
I spoke to Denny just today, and he said he was game. And I think I told you this, Curtis and I talked, was it last night or the night before? Actually, I did a Zoom with him to teach him the ropes about Zoom because he had really never messed with it. So he's feeling comfortable with it. And he has like a Zoom camera type of a thing and everything. So he could do it pretty easily. And he said he'd be game to do it.
Cool. Excellent. That's what it was there for. We definitely got to do it again. I think I'm going to try to keep it to one person a time. Just because it'll get a little too overwhelming, because there's a lot of stuff going on with trying to get the audio set right and the video on the screen right.
Okay, well, that's fine. You mentioned like maybe have one for each corner, but if you just have one, that's fine too. I think Curtis would be interesting because, he's got a electrician's background. He's got a lot of good knowledge and stuff like that. He could be kind of interesting. And he's a conversationalist anyway.
Yeah, maybe I can interview him. That'd be great. But I think I'm going to call it a night. It's a little early for me. I'm going to be working late tomorrow night and then early on Saturday morning, so I want to kind of get some rest. So take care. Have a good evening. I'm hoping to be back on Sunday night, so have a good evening. This is Greg, K6EGG from the beautiful city of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino Airport, where the beautiful Plains of Fame Museum is at.
All right, Greg, 73, great talking to you, and hopefully we can catch you Sunday night on Bozo Night. WA6, Drake's here. We'll be on the side.
Alrighty, that will conclude my almost 4 hours of streaming. I'm starting to lose it here. Having headphones on and everything going on at once. I was trying to fix some stuff with my wedding video. So, anyways, you guys take care. It's 9:40 here. Had a couple great conversations going on. Heard Dennis out there in West Covina Mobile, as well as there was somebody new out there, I believe. Daniel N6XQX. He was out, I believe he was in Long Beach or Garden Grove. My bad. So it's good to have some new people out there. Hopefully be back on Sunday night. So have a good evening, everybody. See ya.